Hello, lords and ladies. Private York here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Gonna get crazy in here too, because we're back to Glorian for more of me as an Aeon, laying down the law in Pathfinder, Path of the Righteous. Oh, I know what I forgot to look up. What we have to do with that Aeon command. We found one person guilty, but I don't know about others. Guess we'll figure it out. Right. I don't know what we have to do there. But for now, let's head out. Oh, hang on. Something over there. Maybe we have to go there. I didn't notice that light up before. I think that's a special place for the Aeon. I'm not sure.
Watch out for trouble.
Or maybe not.
Keep your calm.
Maybe not. Because there's no one around and no way inside. I mean, is that the courtroom? Something like that? Is that what we're talking about there? There's no way to go anywhere around here, is there? No. But why is it lighting up? I don't know. Guess we'll figure that some other time. Meantime, let's go over here. Let's go out and adventure some more. Maybe do some army fighting too. It's so tempting to roll up an entire cavalry-related party, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick with what we've got. Ah, we were up here, weren't we, when we got attacked by the dragon, so let's go back. We'll have a rest there. Looks like we're going up this way to take on that level 5 army. Alright, well that hurt a little bit, but not too much. Ooh, pop. They're almost done, now they are done. Let's just leave the water elementals. It's okay. We've got plenty of space in the hospital. Looks like the commander of this unit must have taken part in the attack on Canabres. What else could explain the item in his chest looted from the Tower of Estod Museum? It's a pick. We don't use them. Looks like a good pick, but we don't use them. So we've got these to do. Now we've got cultists, fighters, and Ash Giants. Are those Ash Giants melee or range? Melee. Let's throw that on you. We'll do it on you to start with. Well done. Oh, he's throwing boulders. That's alright. Oh, he's throwing boulders too. Okay, that's fine. Bye-bye! The Crusaders killed the cultists who were gathering an army of wild giants to storm Dresden. Now that Dresden is safe, workers can be transferred from the urgent strengthening the wall to other important tasks. Nice. Let's clear out back here. Oh, can't go any further. Looks like I got something to answer here. Okay, I'll be back. And we're back. Right then. You go there. You come out of there, because you're actually meant to be over on the other army. You can stay there, you're not relevant right now. There we are. Now, we got some events, several. Can't do all of them yet. Alright, we've got to talk about stuff. An army of thieves. A large group of suspicious individuals has arrived at the gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers have recognised a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems the newcomers are only interested in spoils of war. See, I don't want convicts, that's the thing. Rogues or bandits I don't want either. You know what? Rusula is certain that service in the crusade reforms thieves. We want them to follow the law. They can have some guidance in doing so. Their punishment is service. And let's see what else we have. Aki's army, you're going this way. And let them flee. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scarred mercenary laden with valuable artifacts, is hanging in the noose. The propensity for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. Right, so we got some... less, I guess. I'm not keen on any of them. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn from their lives. We're up to level 3. Master Maneuver. Got another. But with that, we can come back. We're going to hold off for now. Oh, not you. You can come back here and just wait. Your wounds, that's good. All good. Right, this one we rest.
You know, I wonder, are you always such a nightmare, or are you making an exception just for us rabble? You probably act differently around highborn folk.
You're quite mistaken, my scaled friend. I don't treat people like dirt because they are of a lower station than I am. I simply treat people like dirt. All of them.
Pretty much. He probably treats a highborn even worse. Right, let's deal with some giants.
Missed me already.
Let's get the done.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Ona Adayan. 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 Inimosi Travisi.
Flying weapons are good.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Aparane Sentes.
Gave Sealer's Horse that.
Inimosi Travisi.
Pick on some of that and some of that, until we mostly come to top. And we've got magic weapons.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Controller.
Gravior.
That's all good. Right,
I
Sealer.
help where I can.
Oh, did I do bless from you?
Smile. The world's not
think I
ending
did.
just yet.
Yes. Right, Sealer, you don't need to do
Together
bless.
we stand.
That,
Mimosi Travisi.
your auras.
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Amranda Gratior.
And mount up.
Meditate
Lan.
on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Greater Magic Fang.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Some nice protection from poison.
Murinos.
Got Greater Monkey.
Inimosi Travisi.
Inimosi Travisi.
Inimosi Travisi.
One, two, three.
Inimosi Travisi.
Inimosi
Greater
Travisi.
Fang.
Inimosi Travisi.
Open up
Inimosi
there.
Travisi.
Inimosi Travisi.
That's you done, Lan.
Adventures
You.
are exciting.
Put that on Lan. Put that on. Him. Put that on her. Giant size. Oh, size. Wolf. Oh, which is that gonna be? I think I screwed up doing that one. Alright, never mind. This on everyone. Now. Giant size on land. Owl's wisdom on land. And on Sealer. That well, actually, that on me. Thanks on all the ones who want it. That on the wolves.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Spell.
Yes.
Heal. That's all good. You mount up.
I need
Me.
to concentrate.
A calling infusion. No, not maximize. Oh, okay. Take that off, because then I can do it each turn. That. Alright, that's good.
Aye.
Now, in we go.
Focus on the goal.
Let's try this. Enemy approaching!
Knowledge is the key to victory. Time to practice my combat abilities.
The light take you.
Watch out for trouble.
Don't worry about me. Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
It just got to the swarm now. Swarms. Come on, Yorkie. Alright, load last save. That was annoying. Oh, bugger. I didn't save after... what is it? I didn't save after doing the thing.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
You know what? We're not going to. I don't actually think we need to. Not for this fight. We just need to be a bit smarter. Right.
A bright future awaits us.
Put your icons on.
Anda gratior.
Smile.
You can give us
The
bless.
world's not ending just yet.
Always
You
be
can give
ready.
us some of this stuff.
Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi.
Keep your wits about you.
Take that down to there. Balling goes on. Comes off. That's good. That's on. That's on.
I know what to do.
You. Count up.
Keep your calm.
And this time we'll go turn-based. Right, who got hit? Dead. Good, that's fine.
Away, you rascal!
Healer.
The Inheritor, guide my
You
blade.
can't do nothing. You. Oh, you can't do anything either. Because you're covered in crap. Darren.
Let's try this way.
That didn't work. These must can't do nothing up to. That hurt. And she's down.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Alright, that's safe now. Put weapons away. Let's
This
get
is not
healed.
my time yet.
Darren.
Rules are made to be broken.
Come on, Darren. You. Not that, is it? Constitution damage. Huh? Oh, that's lesson.
There are many roads to success.
Save. So we don't have screw up again. Like that, and out we go. Right, you nasty buggers. And get an extra one on.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. They've survived worse.
Business. Oh, look at that.
So it comes to this.
We missed. Not good. Right. Controlled fireball. Wow.
This will hurt. The light take you.
Darren, got some that. Dog. And
You won't survive me.
catastrophe in there. Business, you can have a go.
You've made your choice.
Control fireball again. That one's still alive, but the others are virtually dead.
Calculated risk. Into the fray.
Darren, some healing.
Endure this.
No fear.
Almost got them. One more control fireball should be about it. Right, now let's look. Your dex is not relevant. Oh, fine. Your con is down. And you're diseased. It's still dizzy. Only for 42 more seconds, though. Jarkon is down. Check that out after. He's not dead, he'll come back, that's fine.
I will guide.
It looks like that's about it. Bit of a bag there. Oh, that's leprosy permanent now. Oh. Well, we're going to have to take care of that, aren't we? Let's head back to Capital, because someone's at death's door anyway. That's the mass giant's wrecked. Let's get inside. And let's see what's what here. Commander, Nivea greets you with a slight nod. Got some information that might be of personal interest to you. It's up to you what to do with it. Personal interest? What do you mean? I mean that we're not talking about military or political matter here, but rather a matter of the heart. Tell me. Souls have been gathering around the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things, so it's against regulations. We let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. That's usually the case. But recently my people have noticed Oziel among them, and the gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But I know you're close to him, so maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Well, thank you. Welcome. The overwhelming fragrance of roses hits you as soon as you enter the headquarters. Roses occupy every inch of available space, fresh and sweet-smelling as if they have just come into bloom. The scene is capped off by Darren, who stands in the centre of the rosarium with a single red rose in his hand, and an expression of utter innocence on his face. He can do innocence? Since when? Ah, you're okay. It's so good you dropped by. As you can see, I've been working on a little something, and I'm afraid some of your advisors are less than happy about it. Sure, if by a little something you mean an entire shipment of freshly cut roses teleported here from some southern country. There are best shifts from foot to foot, gliding at the flowers, pressing in from all sides. You could have outfitted an entire unit with money you spent on this. Fortunately, they were my own personal funds, so I spent them as I see fit. The gloomy citadel needed an injection of beauty. Darren brings his crimson rose to his face and inhales its scent, his eyes never leaving yours. That's none of my business, of course, but I've known you a long time, Darren Arrenday. This whole thing looks like another scandalous stunt concocted to rile up the Crusaders. You want to pay court to the Commander? Don't do it in our headquarters. I, for one, have no problem being caught in our headquarters. A tragic misunderstanding has occurred. Aaron paused while continuing casting delighted glances at you over the rows. The thing is, I had no intention of whatsoever of courting the commander, in the romantic sense of this word. It never even crossed my mind. I do not know what led you to such a farcical conclusion. Aaron holds the rose with the utmost delicacy, waving it gently from side to side. According to the recent research conducted by Absalom scholars, the scent of roses reduces stress and fatigue, refreshes one's thoughts, and stimulates intellectual activity. Though I only had the good of the crusade in mind when I placed these flowers here, my actions were entirely selfless and sincere. I can't wait to learn more about the unique properties of roses. I shall be happy to share my knowledge, isn't he good? Someday, under more amenable circumstances. He bows. I do believe my work here to be done. Till next time, Yorkie. Avarice bows to you. She's a grim woman with a ragged scar that cuts across her face. She is wearing a black armband in a sign of mourning. Amanda, I have a case for you to settle. My sister and I used to fight in the same unit. There was this shady fellow serving us, Ramley. He was rumoured to be a looter. My sister, Cillin, was killed in the Battle for Dresden, and a few days later, I noticed that Ramley had her amulet. I cornered the little weasel and said that he and Cillin had been in love, and they exchanged amulets before the fight. It's a lie. He must be brought to trial. Love is complicated. Why are you so sure your sister couldn't have fallen in love with Ramley? The woman shakes her head. Cillin wouldn't. She had a husband and a child. She was always talking about them, always writing letters. Things do happen in war. People get together, but falling in love with such a scumbag, changing amulets, no, not like my sister at all. She always said Ramley disgusted her. I believe her. You wouldn't lie to me. Why are you so sure the amulet belongs to Cillin? It's not just a trinket from the market. Our father made it long time ago, so it's one of a kind. It may not be worth much, and it's not enchanted, but I can't stand to see it in the hands of someone like him. If you don't do something, I'll take matters into my own hands. That would be a mistake. Why are there rumours that he's a looter? He's always selling something on the sly, belts, boots, daggers. He says I found it in my bag or a friend gave it to me. But the truth is clear as day. No one's been able to catch him in the act though. He must stash most of his loot away in some hiding place, because he only brings items into camp that he can pass off as his own. I'll help you. We'll make him show his true colours. The woman looks at you gratefully. Thank you, Commander. I'll go to Ramley and make sure he stays put until you come. The rumours say he can usually be found hanging out near Dresden prisons. Now we have Erebus. Commander, I have alarming news. Sir Sia seems to be ill. He has stepped back almost completely from commanding his people. He'd have a bright crusades and a large and experienced force. Our strategy relies heavily on them. Please talk to him. It might be time for Sir Sia to step down and hand over the leadership to a younger, more energetic knight. He's not a young man anymore. It must be a struggle to keep up with the responsibilities. What do you know about his trouble? Just rumours, Commander. They say it's like his mind is somewhere else all the time. He's anxious, but he won't say what happened. The Sead is respected. When people see him acting strangely, it breeds uncertainty in the ranks. I'll talk to him. Thank you, Commander. This is a necessary step to maintain our fighting ability. Right. See what's going on here. Data will be augmented, okay. None of us use short swords, all of us use belts. There might be some use chain mail. But not in 2 max dexterity, no. Whether fallen knight Melander Linz was a tragic hero or a simple traitor, he certainly was a powerful wizard, and a part of his magical force is still enclosed in his emblem. By placing it on an item, masters can set this magic free, and use it for good or for evil. You just need to decide what its place is. We can do that. Form a diplomatic council. The crusade depends on the support of Nerosian and foreign countries. The diplomatic council will see to it that no political problems interfere with the regular inflow of gold and recruits from present. Can't do the military council yet. Can raise heroes. Now we need to go sleep.
Darren, he's behaving differently around the commander. I think I can guess what it means.
That guy. He's just a mess of contradictions. All spiky insults on the outside and a tangle of personal demons on the inside. I pity the person he falls hard for. And if anyone happens to fall for him, well, I pity Darren too.
They're already gossiping about us. We haven't done nothing. I don't mind flirting with him. We'll see what happens on them. A sharp-looking Kitsune gives you a quick, business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché for Nerosian. Here are my credentials. Let me just check something there. I have to make another quick break. Alright. Her Majesty instructed me to lead your headquarters diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised, Miss Ozil. When Lady Konomi asked me to join this council, but I will do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm sure foreign ambassadors will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Konomi, you're mistaken for me from some other Crusader land, have you? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy. And in fact, I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down the Arendelle line. I must say that prior to this day, I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing that international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. You're not going to do that. You're going to cause them, aren't you? Who knows? I may even enjoy it. What's the diplomatic council and why do I need it? There's all matters of politics, of course. The Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Avistan, funded by the treasuries of more than a dozen major powers. And each one of these powers is, in addition to seeking victory over demons, also pursues its own goals. The Diplomatic Council will manage the tangle of political interests and prevent the Crusade from losing the favour of influential benefactors. And while we're at it, ensure that Nerosian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusade in some form, shape or form. That is why the capital sent me to observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. I see. You've been sent to keep an eye on me. Whatever gave you that idea? Your words. I'm not an overseer. I'm your loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things, just consult with you in cases where the price of error is too high. Put your trust in me, and we'll get along swimmingly. Do as I say and I won't cause trouble. Got it. Doesn't mean we're going along with that, Lady Konomi. After all, none of us here want to teach Eliax and Drummers to each other's throats. Try and settle their disputes by using their influence on us as political leverage. Am I wrong? And I doubt you would like it if you made enemies among the ranks of Nerosian nobility who would attempt to undermine your war effort. So you're telling me you want us to serve people who are quite happy to sell us out to the demons, which is any kind of undermining the war effort is, just so they can look pretty. Yeah, we're not doing that, Lady Konami. Doesn't mean we won't do what they want sometimes, but we're not being controlled by them, believe me. This won't happen as long as you put your trust in my experience. On the council's agenda for today. I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Neurosian is pleased with your progress. Yeah, they're called idiots. Some people believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself as an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the future. I would suggest quelling their anger now. You're the capital, you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honour of Her Majesty. We need to demonstrate that we're keeping Neurosian in mind. Why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Well, firstly, I don't mind supporting Her Majesty. But I also hear what you're saying, Sorciel. Let's see what the others have to say. And to the naysayers, I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honour, Yorkie. Your big if cousin Galfrey wants to off in front of soldiers. You're welcome to capture something of her own. You do raise a point that she's basically failed for a century or whatever. Land's eyes flashed with anger. Are they out of their mind? We've got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone has been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. Lan, I hear what you're saying, but as long as we're not impacting seriously on that, morale is also important, and a parade can really help with that. What did I do to incur Nerosian's discontent? You were too good. You reclaimed Canabres, you won the Battle of Dresden, you're a menace to the world round. Your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidence diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. After all, if you're doing so well, maybe Your Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories. Then they're bloody idiots, and we're not going to kowtow to them. Make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiation. Negotiation? We don't negotiate with terrorists, and if they're trying to spread terror to turn people against us, well. Religious feast, let's see what the impacts are, though. 45 days. Yeah, no, we don't like that. Darren. Keep the mercenaries at material points down. Okay. Plan. 10 days of Crusader morale increased by a bit. And Royal Parade increase. There's no negative to that, so okay. We'll hold a parade in Her Majesty's honour. Like I say, I don't mind supporting her. I'm glad that you've listened to my proposal. Making friends in the Royal Council will go a long way. Good that we've gotten off the right foot, Commander. There will be plenty more issues requiring your decision soon. I do not doubt that we'll handle them just as expediently. Let's enchant that. Pick one day. But the best breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. You should be reminded. Yeah, we've got that. Erebus has been appointed to a squad. Good. We'll form a military council. There. We need to go to war. Oh, hang on. There we go. The one behind TikTok, there's a good lad. Good. Vicky, you're not allowed to be a pain. You can join us up here, not allowed to be a pain. Oh, strengthening diplomatic connections is back. Okay. And that's after the crest. Tiki, that's not for you to get into right now. No. Do you want to come behind? You can. If you want to get down? You can. If you want to be up here being a pain? You can. See what the military council does. That's a fault of the council's done. For you. A Kelly in a well-worn travel robe with a deep hood offers you a respectful bow. His voice is quiet and emotionless. Greetings, Commander. We granted an audience with a figure of such importance. A great honour. Your victories have impressed and inspired me, which is why I wish to do my part in the Crusaders' struggle. Who are you? The visitor's quiet words sound like the rustling pace of dry and impersonal. My name is Velg. I'm a Kelid. My lineage dates back to Icorian clans, and bonds of kinship have always been sacred to my family. When the world wound opened, my ancestors fled to Arcoris, but they did not forget their homeland. Even before the Crusades began, my great-great-grandfather marched in defence of our people. He perished, they all did. My great-grandfather and his eldest sons joined the First Crusade. My grandfather joined the Second. Our family's warriors have fought in every crusade. And that is why our bloodline is now extinct. They say this crusade will be the last, and so I've come, alone, for there is no one else. Alas, I'm no warrior, but I still wish to be of service. How do you plan to help me? His words, devoid of colour and emotion, run together to form a monotonous, endless stream. For 23 years, I have been gathering documents on Tychoris. They contain numerous mentions of the history of this Blackwater clan. The clan was beset by demons as its members had dedicated themselves to creating a powerful weapon against the world wound. The clan needed more time, but no support came from their neighbours, and so the Blackwaters were destroyed. But the fate of the clan is not important right now. What is important is that thanks to certain ancient maps, I have been able to pinpoint the location of their settlement. If you go there, you'll be able to verify my findings, and if you happen to find a weapon that will help you fight the demons, it will bring me satisfaction and pride. Life will have purpose. A strange feeling of wrongness finally coalesces into a verdict. This man is lying to you. Magic may have hidden the luminescence of his aura for a time. What kind of weapon was it the Blackwater clan was working on? My thoughts on this matter are pure speculation. Perhaps it was a blade that could cut down even a demon lord, or an artifact that could call upon an endless host of spirits, or a circlet that could reverse the flow of time or erase a plane of invaders from reality. The Blackwater clan operated in secrecy to protect their work from spies, unfortunately an ever-present concern, and to avoid drawing the demons' attention before the time was right. I don't care about your speaking. I'm not going to send him off. It's time to address his lawlessness. Your tricks will not help you. You cannot hide your deceitful nature from the Aeon's gaze. How very irrational. All hints of respect disappear from his monotonous voice. But it matters not. I've told you what I want to, and now farewell. The visitor utters no spells, makes no arcane gestures. He simply vanishes in a flash of opalescent light. Never before have you seen a transposition spell of this particular form. You can't help but wonder what magical tradition may be. And he's got an aura because, well, let's face it, he's done a lot of stuff, hasn't he? Darren looks around as if not entirely sure what he's doing here. Ah, Commander, how is our crusade doing? Our crusade? You weren't exactly thrilled to join the Crusaders. Of course I wasn't thrilled. But in unfavourable circumstances, a man cannot allow himself to wallow in gloom and despondency. What a man can do is look on the bright side of the whole situation and change his circumstances as much as possible. I, for instance, am certain that I'd be able to throw a rip-roaring party even in the centre of an erupting volcano. Yeah, but it'd go with a bang. It'd be a hot party. With my hands tied behind my back. What brings you to me? Vicky, you're going to go down because... There you go. Oh, it's just a trifling thing. I wish to make a donation for the Crusader cause. It seemed a smart decision to me because what's good for the Crusade is now tightly intertwined with what's good for yours truly. I did have to give the revenue from my estates a good shake-up and send a few couriers scurrying about. But in the end, I managed to acquire a couple of decent items. All in all, here is my donation to the Crusade and its commander. You must try them out for yourself. I offer these gifts from the bottom of my heart. Items received. One, the pots of skills. Yes. I can sense your own agenda in these gifts. Clever. Aaron smirked slightly. I thought of you while selecting these gifts. Pox and disease. Got it. And now I must beg your forgiveness and bid you farewell. I still have plans to order a package of special gifts. My dearest cousin. By the way, take a closer look at my gifts. You may find something special in there. Vicky, not right now. Can't behave. No. Move that aside. The tall, gaunt half-elf salutes you solemnly. Commander, it is an honour to call the first meeting of the Military Council to order. I am Captain Odin, and I've been serving under your command since the assault on the Grey Garrison. I will do my best to be of as much use to you as possible in this role. The foundation of military is called calculation and discipline. These are the principles I will seek to impart to Crusaders. If we are to win this war, we must forget about mercy. For our enemies, for our troops, ourselves. Yeah, we know about your lack of mercy. Well, Commander, your sister Sealer is no renowned general, but she spent half her life tussling with evil. It looks like I'll be stepping up on behalf of all of Amadeus faithful here. I hope my advice will prove useful. The first issue on the Military Council's agenda, the reorganisation of troops. Our infantry has been bled dry. The forces Her Majesty granted us were enough to take Dresden, but we need more troops to hold it. Furthermore, the army was assembled in great haste after the assault on Canabrus. It was never adequately equipped. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for redeployment. Our scouts report that a powerful Baelor Coram today is already preparing a retaliatory strike on Dresden. But we can rely on freshly conscripted Mendevian soldiers. They may not have the skill, but our strength as always lies in the number and the fervour of the volunteers joining the Crusades. We can't throw everyone into the meat grinder, we'll just get our youth killed for nothing. You're right, Sealer. That's a stupid idea. We need to select the best among the recruits, or even better, hold a contest. Our bravest and the most capable will join the Crusaders. I like that. The death count is always highest in the infantry. Its purpose is to serve as a shield. It would be wise to invest our resources in hiring and training heavy footmen, with shields to ensure maximum protection, even if it limits their mobility and makes them less threatening. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. I think I'm going with Sealer straight off. A cheeky smile blossoms on Sealer's face. You know, I think I might hit the arena once or twice myself to test the rookies. It'll be a nice warm-up. Captain Odin salutes you formally. Thank you for your time, Commander. When the reforms are finished and the ranks of our infantry are replenished, I will assemble the Military Council to discuss new decisions. What's next? No other decisions right now. Military should be about ready to do another. Diplomacy can be strengthened. Okay. Let's go out to the street and investigate that crime that we were given. Oh, and night gamblers. And yeah. We've got a few things to do to close out today. Let's go take care of them. We'll talk to you first. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? I've heard you've been rather busy playing cards at night. Cards? Me? Ozio looks away in embarrassment. Who could possibly think? I've only visited games once or twice. Get a sense of what our soldiers do when they're off duty. You think I'm addicted to gambling? Nothing of the sort. Don't worry, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you for talking to me. We'll talk to you later. Come on, I sent you running this way. Why are you all the way up there? Oh. Go talk to CR. Listen. And... I think that must be them. Yeah. The old Crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Hmm? Yes, has something happened? Where did your boy Morveg go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy grey hair is dirty and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away, packed up his things in the lair of night and disappeared. Must have gone to find some demons in to fight. He's a Kellet. His entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorum. Did you see all that straw wolf hanging from his neck? Their clan talisman. It's called a Little Fan. I put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Ermedy, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorum with his mother's milk. I told him, you can't fight the darkness if you're guided by anger. If rage overwhelms you, you can't. You'll perish, either perish or become a villain. Or get so used to war that you'll forget what it's like to live as a human. But he only had one thing on his mind, vengeance. For his family, for his ancestors, for his wounded honour. I tried to find him. They say he's been going to the tavern a lot lately. Every bright crusaders don't go to taverns. We keep ourselves clean, body and spirit. But Morveg didn't go there to drink or play dice. He was looking for a guide. He found one, a Kelly too. An old one. A descendant of Sargorians. Even the demons couldn't force them out of these lands. They say Morveg wanted to go towards Wintersun, an ancient Sarkorian settlement. But I don't know what he wanted there. or where exactly to look for him. There's a lot of demons in the region. Can't send scouts there with an order to leave no stone unturned. There'll be too many skirmishes with monsters and huge losses. The old man looks completely devastated. Right, I gotta go. Yeah, gives you a bright smile. Of course, Commander, you have a lot to do. May Armaday help you? Now, I think this is the one who wanted me to deal with a possibly looting private. Now, look at this. Gamblers. My friend, you know it. Oh, hang on. The soldiers straightened to attention. Hail, Commander. All quiet in the fortress. The merchant Editel has submitted a complaint, but we'll deal with it. Oh, you broke the law. It's time to confess. The soldiers exchanged glances. We've not broken any laws, Commander. Ask our commanding officer. We report everything to him. We don't shirk our duties, and we even deal with civilian complaints. The merchant tugs at his sleeves nervously as he meets your gaze. Yes, I can't complain about our watchman. You try walking through the fortress at night and see for yourself. Just that right here, always. One of the soldiers shoots him in a look of irritation. We said we'd deal with it, didn't we? What's going on? The merchant quickly clears his throat. Good afternoon, Commander. My name is Jel Ertel. I'm a merchant. I just told the watchman I've been hearing drunken shouting around here at midnight. They promised they'd get to the bottom of this. The merchant gives you a meaningful glance. There's something happening here every night after midnight. One of the soldiers grimaces. Don't bother the commander with it. We promised you we'd deal with it. I have to go. Not everyone states their problems anyway. Man must discern the subtle hints of when and where a crime will take place. And arrive at the scene and specify. After midnight. And this is Private Avarice first Private Ramley. But where are Avarice and Ramley? Where are they? Let's go here first. Yeah, there's nothing there. I don't know where we're meant to go. Prison, okay. Let's go down there then. Let's go down there and remember I am the law.
Watch out for trouble.
I'm not exactly seeing anyone here. Might be suspicious.
Keep your calm.
The theatre company. Let's have a race. Bramley is an unpleasant, weaselly man. His eyes dart around nervously, keeping a close watch on his surroundings. Officer, would you like to buy a belt? A little one, but the buckle is from Absalom itself. Oh, it's you, Commander. Good day. So how about this belt? No, you broke the law. Time to confess. You've got this from Aberys, haven't you? Well, I'll expect nothing else from her. She's out of her mind with grief, and I'm not worthy of a sister, apparently. How about that? I might not be handsome or brave or rich, so what? Am I unworthy of love just because nature didn't make me tall and good-looking? Bramley shakes his head in sorrow. This isn't right. If you want to prove that I'm a looter, show some evidence. Stolen items, the cash. Bramley shrugs and grins, revealing a gaping hole where his front teeth should be. And if you have nothing, that settles it then. There can't be a trial, Commander. Don't pass judgment on me. Show me the belt. Bramley produced a leather belt from his pack. The belt buckle is shaped like the winged eye of Absalom. The belt is in good condition, though a little frayed. Someone definitely wore this for quite some time. What do you think? This fine article will serve for many years, and it's so convenient for attaching a purse or bag. Belt's obviously been worn. Where did you get it? From my brother. I'm the youngest in the family, Commander. I'm so used to wearing hand-me-downs. They still give me anything they don't need. My brother bought a new belt, so he gave me this one. But I'm a simple man. I'm not going to wear something like this. I could use some money for wine and tobacco. Oh, so your brother just loaded up the old things in the cart and then sent you here to Dresden? A likely story. What else do you have? Take a look, Commander. You can even pick them up if you want. Might find something you like. Let me see. That's it. Alright, never mind that then. There's nothing special there. Everything you're selling, it's all rubbish. None of this stuff is any good. You have a good eye, Commander. I can bring some other things from my storehouse. It won't take me long, no more than an hour. I have a nice set of chain mail from Catpesh. There's a small tear on the front, but a good blacksmith can easily fix that. I've got a dwarven helmet completely new, a shield of a paladin of Iomedae. What deity do you believe in? If you take the shield, I'll scratch off Iomedae's symbol and put anything you want on it. Aberys whispers to you softly. An hour. It's clear his storehouse isn't in Dresden, but it's close enough for him to be back in an hour. I think we should check the ruins around Dresden. There's an abandoned village nearby. When we drove the demons away from the city, we checked all the houses. Bramley must have picked one and made it his storehouse. So we've got some ruins. Hey, what are you whispering about? Bramley cranes his neck, trying to overhear your conversation. Nothing. The commander is leaving, and I'll stay here to guard you. After all, these are dangerous times. Very interesting. Now, not trying to rest here, actually, just some past time. Hit time. The air is filled with spicy, heady fragrance, and steam gently rises from the bathtub. Darren is perched on the lip of the tub, holding on with both hands for balance while lazily swinging one leg. His face is a picture of innocence. Ah, my dear Commander, you are just in time. I took the liberty of looking after your well-being and have prepared everything you need for a bath. Bathing for pleasure is most therapeutic indeed, and is essential for healing rest and sound sleep. Hot bath, exactly what I need. Darren rolls his eyes. You are being too hard on yourself. You don't smell that bad. Not even after days spent traipsing through mud. Anyway, he races to his feet. It's time for me to go. I shall leave you alone with this vessel of bliss. A rather dreadful turn of phrase, I admit, but what else am I call a hot bath in the middle of a grim fortress? Thank you, I will make the most of your gift. Have a nice soak, you deserve it. The slight bow, Darren leaves. Right, let's head back out. Go back to that vendor and see what we find there. And the night gamblers, of course. Head after midnight, and we're after midnight now. He's down here, alright. The last time, where is the money? Do I need to take the money out of you? I'm tired of waiting. Oh. You two, I don't. You do understand that if you don't give us what we want, there will be others. See, right now we're protecting you, but if we're gone, they'll pay you a visit, and then what are you going to do? I know what you're going to do, don't I? Get out, the commander will find out about this, and then you'll be in trouble. Nothing, you, the soldier lowers his fist. Commander, hail! We were just, checking. The merchant brushed himself off. Don't believe them, Commander. I'm Gel Editel, remember? The merchant. He actually came. Must have picked up on my hint at, well, they weren't exactly trouble. You shall stand trial before the army of Dresden. There we are. Private Swidham and Derwit hereby stand accused of extortion and threats. The victim, the merchant Eritel, has accused them of threatening his life and property and of regularly extorting large sums of money from him. The commander can personally testify to these charges. Defendant, what do you have to say for yourselves? It's a lie. The damn merchant wants to dispose of us because we caught him red-handed with scrolls that are, I see. Commander, not to my opinions come like this belong in prison. Ready to return every last coin. There will be no fees. No, you're going to prison. That's appropriate. Soldier side, sadly, as you say, Commander. Oh. Elise, an impressive procession makes its way forward to you. It's led by a devil, richly arrayed in fine clothing, closely followed by his servants. They survey those around them with disinterest, but as the devil approaches you, he gives you a nod, and a slight satisfied smile, as if apparently finding something of importance. The famous commander of Dresden. News of you has reached even our depths. My lord has taken interest in you, and sent me to make you an offer. You notice the devil's clawed fingers are covered in rings. He puts a hand on his chest. Call me Melis, Commander. I think our acquaintance will be an extremely interesting one. We have so much to offer each other. I have my few denizens of Galarian would put it people with me. Of course, none of my soldiers are actually people in the strictest sense of the word. But all of them are ready to kill demons. He's not a demon, he's a devil. Where are you from? From Hell, Commander, to be more precise, from Cana, the abode of Lord Mephistopheles, merchant of souls. Cana is a kingdom of eternal darkness and endless torture. But our interests go beyond the infliction of suffering. Attracting the attention of Lord of Cana could mean some interesting new business opportunities for you. Why do your devils look like normal people? An excellent question, Commander. And I think you know the answer. Not all Crusaders are experienced enough to distinguish a devil from a demon. They might even go after a tiefling who happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We want to gain their trust, not arouse fear and suspicion. That's why my subordinates look the way they do. They need to appear as non-threatening as possible. Isn't your appearance so unusual for an ordinary devil? The devil looks down at himself. You mean my jewellery? I want to begrudge myself anything. We may be strict disciplinarians in hell. That doesn't mean we are all ascetics. In response to your searching gaze, Melly stopped smiling. I see you're concerned with the wings of fire. I won't deny it. I'm not from the lower ranks. Looking menacing and grand befits me. Don't worry. If this place does burn down, it will most certainly not be because of my wings. What offers are you wishing to make me? You'll get straight to business, and I like that. I must admit, of all the things to happen throughout Galarian's history, the Crusades aren't all that exciting. However, they do have their potential. Any war could mean hundreds, thousands of deaths. The longer the war, the more doubt is sown in the minds of the soldiers, and in the end they are left with only their banal, primal instinct to survive. It's not so. Crusaders must seek victory. To seek victory, they must believe it is possible to achieve. What can sustain that belief, Commander? Providing an answer, I will listen to what you have to say. You don't need to answer, I will tell you. Strengths. The knowledge that they are superior to the enemy. I'm ready to give your soldiers this strength. One condition, of course. For offering strength to my soldiers in return for what exactly, devil? In return for the only payment that has any real value in hell, their souls. Melis holds up a finger to forestall any possible objection. I know what you are thinking. The devil is going to lure me into his web of deceit and entrap me. To avoid any such disputes or complaints from either side, my contract always includes a complete list of all terms and conditions. Deception is not in my nature. Truth be told, I'm too lazy. Over the many centuries of my life, I've come to realize that deceit is never worth the effort. It's much easier to suggest something beneficial to everyone involved. People line up for those kind of contracts. I don't have to exhaust myself convincing anyone. I can leave you a copy. You will see that it complies with the letter of the law, down to the smallest detail. Moreover, payment is delayed for as long as possible. I collect the soul only after death. For the stronger the soldier, the more likely they are to survive battle. So if you think about it, contract actually increases their chance of staying alive, by making it less likely they die. Wouldn't you agree? I'm asking for your permission to make contracts with soldiers in the territory of Dresden, as well as other types of persons, as long as they are legally capable adults of sound mind and memory. What will happen to the souls of those who sign the contract? As you have already guessed, they will go to hell, they will suffer, and then they will serve for one of the archdevils. That's terrible, doesn't it? But think about it in a different way. If a person of sound mind and memory signs such a contract, they probably think their current situation in Galarian not much better than what awaits them in hell. Besides, those who are cruel enough and inclined to evil, and believe me, there are many of those among the soldiers, will get a chance in hell to work their way up from the ordinary lemur, a creature of hatred, to a devil like myself. Likely these people will end up with us anyway, but thanks to the contract, they will be able to use their new strength to serve you while they're still alive. I want to read the contract. Of course. Millie hands you a sheet of parchment, covered in tiny cuneiform script. Enjoy your reading, Commander. If you have any doubts, go it to your advisors. They will confirm the contract is written in full compliance with the law, down to the last letter. What if I don't want to deal with the devil? You can deny me the right to sign contracts. In fact, you can forget about my existence entirely. However, you cannot banish me from Dresden. I came to participate in the crusade, which is open to everyone by order of Queen Galfrey. Believe me, the last thing I want is to irritate the commander of Dresden. However, Millie's... What was his voice? His yellow eyes stared at you unblinkingly. Since you decided to organise your own little crusade of justice in Dresden, you won't need someone... won't you need someone well-versed in law? We devils honour the law and follow it to the letter. The laws of Mendev dictate that within the fortress, committed to their trust, the commander must hold tribunals before the representatives of the army. So you will likely see me at the hearings. Also, according to the laws of Mendev, I, as one of the officers, can speak about any case under consideration. I promise not to take advantage of these rights, Commander, but you see, I am bored with the trials in hell. All the participants are too experienced, the procedure is cut and dried. No, I'm interested in Mendevian law. I want to see history in the making. How precedents occur, and rules are written. It's a fascinating time found ourselves in, don't you think? So many different crimes, so many interesting decisions. All the honourable crusaders first with justice. Well, I may not necessarily hold personally with signing contracts. But if you are of sound mind and body, and an adult, and you wish to do that, then I have to honour your right of self-direction. Very well, you may sign contracts with my soldiers. The devil smiles with satisfaction. Excellent, excellent. I had no doubt that you would do what's best for your army. My assistants will be conducting preliminary conversations today. If there's anything you wish to ask me, Commander, be close by. We have here the development of the art of war. Those who do not seek to know their enemy fail to forge new paths to victory, but inevitably fail. And we will pick up there next time, my friends. You've been great companions. And I have been the Aeon, Yorkie, Private Yorkie. Very well.